It's, yeah, I guess the regulars and the VIPs that play with us here, they understand what I'm getting at. Sorry, people. This is a spoken world. You can quit asking for invites. This world's already booked up right now, and I'm not going to invite anyone into this world because I might not be playing it for more than like 10 more minutes. If you want to come in for 5 minutes until I shut it down, that might be okay. But yeah, I'm just getting my show going here, people. For the first 5, 10 minutes of the show, I'm not going to be playing anything. Usually, it's just music going. I just loaded the Minecraft game here because I wanted to see what's going on. We'll get going here in full swing, people. This is why I didn't stream the last couple days. I can't do the whole like invite thing for like hours on end. And that's what I'm talking about, people. Friday shows, Saturday shows, um, they're big events. So we'll get going. Oh, Gecko, there's no reason to get all aggro. You can't expect to get invited in to a full lobby spoken for world. People, you guys, need to write Mahjong and PlayStation and make them raise this game up into like 20, 30 people. There's no reason the PlayStation 3 could handle 100 people on this world. I do not understand why. I'm going to get my show going here, people, as always, and talk about the Week in Geek and what's been going on here in the gaming guilds, in our tournaments and stuff like that. When all that's done, and I'm not answering invite stuff, I'll get around to the invites. We might be playing this today, and I'll send invites out. I'm waiting to kind of hear on what the plan is. So, we've got some big plans with some of these worlds. But if people are in the chat and they're like, look, I just want a PvP, well, we have worlds for that. It's really about like getting people together and having this little like survival world building economy simulator. And what we're having lately is one or two people coming in and pissing off the other six. And that's what I'm trying to get around. I need people to be very clear about what's what's appropriate and what's not, and things like that. Patience is a big virtue. People that aren't patient to get into the game usually end up annoying people, and it's a majority rules kind of thing. The only minority that breaks the majority. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. I always tell people when we play Minecraft, most likely you follow today, you play tomorrow. People that are willing to stick in the chat and talk to us about what they like to do in Minecraft and what they're looking to do in Minecraft. If you want to come live in my world, I need to know that you're going to be a good fit. If you want to come into the Anything Goes world, that's another story. But we're not playing that one right now. That's all. If people can take the time to sit in the chat and talk with us, then that shows a lot. If they're just like, dude, I followed, invite me because I am going to turn off my iPhone, and then they don't get the invite and they leave the chat, those shadow followers, as we call them here on Twitch, those people just aren't going to last. So these are my plants. Unfortunately, these plants won't grow big and dank. Another thing we're doing, oh, excuse me, this is totally annoying now. We have to go into the red book. We need to make sure that we keep track of the people that come into the world. Sigma Prime. I have a to-do list of construction projects as well. So I know Easy, you're in this one for sure. You're locked. Hacksaw and Fear came in here. And, oh my god. Hacksaw, I just totally spelled your name completely wrong. Hacksaw, Fear, Shadow. I'm trying to figure out if we got room to get more people in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who else was in here? X-Pro. He was only in here for a little bit. Scruff came in for a second, but I don't know. Let's see. If we put in firepower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. The thing is if Mike wants to play this, Jimmy the Deuce, we're going to go split screen here, which will be really weird, but he might not want to play. You know, I think he just wants to sit back and smoke and talk. You know, it's always a little wild here when we got the co-host. We don't know what's going to go on. So, yeah, and we got the pig racetrack to be built. We've got the highway system. Now, we can do that 2 different ways, people. We could do it like raise canals where we take boats across land, because if we just make like an X or like a star, then we could go from corner to corner, corner to corner, top to bottom, left to right, you know. So 6-pointed like star, 7, 8, whatever. Or we could do wide concrete enclosed, like with overhead hanging lights and fencing, so stuff couldn't jump into the road or off the road, and then we make a whole bunch of golems, and those patrol the road back and forth. This project does not need, you know, I just want to make a world for once where we have a working economy, we have a society, you know, we have farms and stuff like that, instead of just everyone building, you know, a square box, going for a search for diamonds and then going through the nether and disappearing. You know what I mean? Like, really have fun with it, because it's being filmed and it's being broadcast on several Twitch channels right now, on NG4 and YouTube. You know what I mean? So I really want to start working toward that with our Minecraft time here on the show. And I guess that's kind of what I was looking to say. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have like the 7 people that come in, and then 7 alternatives. So 14 people per world. Does that seem good? I mean, like I said, people, if you speak your voice now, you got more of a chance of coming into the show. Pure and simple. If you're like, invite me, no, poof, gone, go. Next time you come in, you're just going to completely get ignored. So, you know, this is with Minecraft. This isn't how we do with all of our games. Yeah, Daisy a little bit. But that's what the survival aspect of our gaming guilds is about. If you don't like it, lump it. If you want me to bend over and conform, make sure you donate like a good little John to this good little whore. Simple as that. Simple as that. Firepower, if you want to come in for a bit, you're more than welcome. Once again, people, if you reach the VIP status here on the show, very interactive player, that you come in like Firepower, whether he's going to be allowed to play or not, can play or not, watching and chatting and helping. All of our moderators, that's kind of our defunct VIPs. Hey, you've made it to VIP. And you know what? It's about time to moderate a few more people. So, you know, and you're not going to get moderator unless you've been here for months tuning in the internet. No show does that. That's just the way it is. The Dragon's Lounge. Now, I need a jukebox in here, and I know one was found on this world with a record, a CD was or something. So that'd be pretty cool if somebody wanted to donate to it. But I don't want people building in my property. I don't want people coming down here. Oh, I'll help you build your lounge. I'll resource out. Like, hey, I've got a shit ton of food because I've been playing for a couple days by myself, just sick in bed. So I've got, you know, a shit ton of food, you know. Now we're going to build the community lodge, which will be like the College of Winterhold kind of here. We talked about that Monday on the show, where we would basically build a beautiful building that had like lots of books, enchantment tables with a mead table hall, and we could all sit around. You know, you can put pots on the table in front of the chairs, and they look like mugs. You know, you can really have some fun with it. Those are the things we're doing with this world. If those sound like your kind of thing, like you're like, hey, I'll go find a piece of the world. I will go make that property mine. You know, there'll be PvP days for like one day where we turn on PvP for 5 or 6 hours and everyone can war. This is the current map, people, here on the seed. As you can see up here in the upper left, there's water and there's like a big sandy island right underneath the X and 360. It looks like sand at the very top, like in the upper left corner. That's Mushu Island. It's huge on this one. Oh, no, sorry. Maybe that's not Mushu Island. Sorry. But anyways, so up in that little area in the upper corner, that's where I went to live. You can actually see in the little cape, it looks like a little gray thing going across. It looks like a penis. That was my house. I told everyone to leave me alone. I want the upper corner. All 5 people came in. All 5 people ran up to my house and tried to build it literally within 10 feet of my house to build their house. So I have now relocated to the lower left corner. As you can see, there's a jungle biome surrounded by plains and forests with some ice. That whole jungle is mine. You want to come cut down a jungle tree, you pay me some money, you leave it be. I'm the leader of the world. If I don't like the way it's going, all I got to do is log on without you guys. And that reminds me, I got to turn it back on online options. I just got to log on without you guys and burn your shit down and steal it. You know what I mean? We've had a lot of people coming in that are just like, whatever. And that's all I'm trying to get across before we really go live here in interactive. And hopefully that makes sense to you. Now, Jonas has plays here with us before. Firepower, Jamie Worm 1, people like that. I'll put you on this one's alternate list, which means that if no one else is playing, you can come in. First come, first serve. That's basically how the alternates work. And that sounds good to you. I'll write you down on the list and sign you up. All I ask is that you're on hearing what I'm saying and you're on part for the program. And leave it like that. That's all. We play on normal, and I will turn my host privileges on, turn invisible and off the map, blank the stream, and go teleport to you and watch you. You won't know it. But so if I catch people cheating, duping blocks, not only will I report their PlayStation Network and ban and purge. We should do a purge where anything goes except for people who are not on. That kind of doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Can you elaborate, Firepower, what you exactly mean by that? So that's all I ask. So you know what? So I could put like Jonas and Jamie Worm, and I'll play with new followers. I just need to make sure people talk to me in the chat, that I know they heard what I said, they understand it, and that they're on par. That's it. That's all I ask of people before they come into my Minecraft worlds. And honestly, that's not very strange. PvP's turned off. No one's PvPing in this world. We're not going to PvP. We need to get in this together. Now, my goal is everyone has their little property, right? So you find your property, you pick where you want to live, you work together, you build your property line. You don't make your shit look hideous because you're on TV, people. Do you really want to have your shit look hideous? So make it look good, build it up nice and all that. Get a small farm going. Make sure you understand that other people have to have animals. So, 2 cows, 2 pigs, 2 sheep tops. We have people that are like, well, I'll be the devoted sheep guy. I'll be the devoted wool guy. I'm the art dealer because I tend to fish, bake, and make a lot of paintings. So I usually trade food and art for things I don't want to go get, like diamonds and spell books. And I make books a lot. Now, that being said, this is our map. Look how much land there is. You can see down here, right above the 31 level I am, There's some like brown, yellow streaks and gray right above my level where it says 31 on the map on your stream. That's the village that was naturally there. I don't want to kill the villagers, people, because we can trade with them. And actually, there's a lot of villagers, and some of